So Leo is the second fire sign. The ray that pours through Leo is the fifth ray, which is fascinating because the fifth ray helps Leo ask the question, who am I? And answer it with more and more specificity, because the fifth ray brings in this discrimination around who is the I that is speaking. And Leo starts out with the personality I, very strong. You know, there's a phrase that says, let other forms exist, I rule, right? So there's a kind of, well, I'm here, I am. And it's the king who is self-absorbed. But as a Leo evolves, it becomes the beneficent king or queen, the beneficent ruler. And Leo rules the heart. And so you could imagine with Leo a sun at the center of your chest that must shine forth. And when it shines forth, it holds all in its vicinity in the light. So at the personality level, the sun rules Leo. And at the soul-centered level, the sun rules Leo. However, at the soul-centered level, the sun is what's called veiling Neptune. So what's interesting about that is that Neptune is such a planet of sensitivity, and at a certain level, though Leo is so connected with, art, expression and artistry and leadership, it is a sign of incredible sensitivity. Because once again, at the highest levels with Leo, we're saying, what self is this? Is this the not self? Is this the soul self? Is this the personality self? And we're discriminating about who we truly are, because in Leo we ask that question, who am I anyway? And eventually with Leo, what we want is for the I, the ego I, to become the we, which it does in Aquarius across the way, right? So we want the definition of I with Leo to grow and to include more and more until we are all one. So there's a beautiful phrase for Leo in that regard. The Tibetan gives the phrase, I am that, and that am I. So it's this expansion of the I. And the journey for Leo is really all about giving the gift of the heart and the gift of the self. However, it's also important to ask, to what end? So is it all about acclaim and pride? The Leo is the lion and there's a great deal of pride. Or is it about a selflessness? Is it about a generosity? And for every single sign of the zodiac, that question has to be asked. That's when we really turn this gift outward, is when we say, is this a selfless act? Is this an act for the good of all? And that's when the higher planets, the esoteric planets, really start to come into play, when we embody these energies in a generous and soulful manner.